Alright guys, I want to welcome you all back to some more Trails of Cold Steel. So as of this video, we finally made it to Roer, and wow. Just like the capital, it's just as large, and it has so many stories. Well, I wouldn't say so many, it has the right amount of stories as any other, but what I'm trying to say is the landscape is pretty big. If anything else, we're gonna pretty much do what we usually do, which is continue on with their tasks, and then just, you know, keep on keeping on with the main story, and hopefully get past chapter 6 and move on to 7. So that's what we're gonna do, and if anything else, thank you all for the love and support that you usually give and show, and let's get on to it. Alright everyone, welcome back again. So we just boarded the, I believe the ship is called the Courageous. We got 2 exclamation points for them. I'm betting we gotta talk to everyone. Honestly, you could have told me about this a little sooner. Is this the reason you've been so busy lately? I apologize for the secrecy, but much of this project fell under the veil of strict confidentiality. There are some things I'm forbidden to speak of, even to my daughter. I'm sure you realize that. But Klaus must have known, right? Why was he allowed to know while I was left in the dark? Well, we're really honored to have been invited aboard. We can rest a bit easier once we arrive in Roer knowing we had an Imperial escort. Indeed you can. The provincial army will have little choice but to accommodate you. This ship's purpose is to act as a deterrent to both factions, as well as an Imperial Liberation Front. By doing that, we hope that the Courageous will hold the old guard at bay long enough for something new to take root. I'm sure it will. They chose wisely in naming you captain. Still, I assume that's not this ship's only purpose. Well, true. Building an airship this advanced seems excessive if all you're going to use it as is a deterrent. Laura's right. There has to be some other purpose it was made to fulfill. Very perceptive of you. I regret that I wasn't able to discuss this with you properly when you were in Legram last month, but I'm proud to see just how much you've grown since you enrolled at the academy. I have my class to thank for that. Running alongside them has been a constant source of insights. So tell me, Reen, how's she doing? Is Laura getting along with other students? Huh? I think she's been fitting in fine. I see. That's reassuring to hear. At times, I worry that growing up in a sword-fighting household caused her to end up less well-rounded than her peers. I hope you and the others will continue looking out for her. Of course. We're glad she's with us. I can't imagine Class 7 without her. I can't help but get the feeling that she's something more to you than simply a classmate. Whatever the truth may be, I hope you'll continue treating her as the lady she is. I'm not one to abide inappropriate behavior toward my daughter. I don't have the faintest idea what you're talking about. But I'd like to think I know how to conduct myself toward my classmates. Good, good. That's what I wanted to hear. What are the two of you going on about with all your whispering and your furtive glances? It's nothing you need to concern yourself with, just a little discussion between men. You need worry. We'll be sure to get you to your field study safely. As a student of Thor's, I expect you to give it your utmost. Huh? He really does care about her. Alright, that takes care of, I was gonna say Sarah. That takes care of Laura. Next up, well, we don't have to talk to him because he has no red mark, so I guess we go further in here. Really? Holy cow. Okay. Well, we'll start from 1F and then we'll go back down to go up to 3. Where are we now? Oh, they're over here. Oh, Elisa and Sharon. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I had no idea that Reinford Company was involved in developing something on this scale all this time. Then I find out it was a collaboration with the Epstein Foundation and ZCF. And on top of that, she's got her hands in the development of our Arcus units too. It's way too much work for one person. How many projects does Mother have under her wing right now? Well, I'm afraid I can't give a simple answer to that. But suffice to say, the chairman only knows about a small number of the projects in development by the Reinford Group. Lately, the directors have I knew it. Oh, hello, Master Reen. Sorry, am I interrupting something? No, it's okay. Have you finished exploring the airship? I expect it'll be a while longer before we reach Roer. Finished? I don't even think I've seen half of it yet. It's kind of overwhelming. I'm looking forward to landing in Roer, though. It's been a while since I've seen the industrial metropolis. It's not too far from my hometown, so I'd always hear about it in passing. Oh, that's right, you're from Ymir, so I guess you would then. You want a little refresher? I can bring you up to speed on all things Roer. Sure, why not? Roer used to be a factory town, but it grew into a hotspot for technology as a result of its steel and heavy industry. The population is around 200,000, and since the city is in the Nordia province, it's under Marquis Ragnar's jurisdiction. Ah, that's right. I still find it kind of wild that Angelica is his daughter. You know, last time I visited, it felt like the whole city was man-made. Trees and grass were rare sights. It made it kind of hard to tell how large the city really is. Well, the city itself is basically one giant structure divided into several levels. It's been expanded so many times that even long-time residents occasionally wind up in places they don't recognize. Why, I've lost count of the number of times I've had to go pick up Lady Elisa when she lost her way. That was when I was a kid. Don't say it like it still happens. Really, it was a long time ago. Something tells me we're looking at the not-quite-so-distant past. Anyway, north of Roer is the Saxon iron mine. The iron mine there makes its way into the most of the Reinford Group's products in some form or other. The amount of ore they get from just that one mine is immense. The Empire would be a different place today without it. I don't doubt it, even our textbooks mention the Saxon mine. It's been vital to the Empire since back before the Orbital Revolution. In the center of Roer, you can't miss the Reinford Group's corporate headquarters, which is also basically my house. Honestly, I was hoping I wouldn't have to go back anytime soon. Elisa. I guess there's no point in moping about now. We've yet to have a field study that didn't spiral into some sort of hectic adventure, but I'm ready if you are. We'll just take it as it comes. I'll be wishing you all the best. Okay, that takes care of them. Who else is here? What? Can we go through this door? It looks like we can. No, we can't. Wow. Let's leave here. Can we go through here? No. Alright, what about the third floor? Or do we go back? Yeah, third floor. Courageous rear deck. Front deck. Front deck it is. Holy cow. Okay. We only need to talk to these guys. Alright, Oliver.
At long last, the Courageous is finally taken to the skies of Erebonia. I feel like a mother hen watching her chicks leave the nest.
I'll take your word for it.
This may sound a bit forward of me to say, but it sounds like you had some hurdles getting this project together.
It was no easy ride, I'll say that.
I doubt it would have come together without the prince's unwavering dedication and tireless work. He had to find the time to raise funds and oversee the entire project, in addition to all his official duties. And to add to that, he had to take care of all the arrangements necessary to get Viscount Arcade installed as its captain.
I can't even imagine how busy your schedule must have been. Even from a student's perspective, it sounds brutal.
Well, for this ship to have any weight as a deterrent, I needed the Viscount. Thankfully, he agreed to my request. My plan is to create a neutral third power capable of acting independently of our nation's two competing factions. You can think of the Courageous as the first physical embodiment of that ideal.
A third party, huh? I feel like I'm starting to understand at least part of what it is you're trying to accomplish.
The road will be a difficult one, though.
True, but this is only the beginning. Seeing this ship soar through the clouds for the first time moves my heart. Just as when Class 7 was formally established, I look forward to seeing what the future holds for the Courageous. And for the brave men and women of your class.
Your Highness,
We live in interesting times. The political situation across the Empire seems to grow more ominous by the day. But, with any luck, making a real show out of this ship's launch will push back against the prevailing climate.
Well, that's the hope at least. Either way, you'll have your whole life to split hairs about politics. For now, give your attention to your field study.
Thank you. I know you have high expectations for us, and I hope we'll be able to meet them.
Alright, so we don't have to talk to the girls, really. All this time they were here? Are you kidding me? What? Okay. Come on, nobody wants to see dudes sing. It's all about the ladies. Besides, if we make the outfits skimpy enough, guys will be breaking down the doors to get... that's the discussion they're having. Are you three working out what to do for our concert? Yeah, we've got the general gist of it figured out now, but... let me ask you, Reen. Would you prefer male or female vocals? That's a really important question, too, since it'll change the audience we draw. That's a tough decision. Why don't we try both, then? You know what? That'd be perfect. Yeah, I really like the idea. 2 songs would be perfect length, too. Rehearsing it would be tougher, but I think we should do it. It lets us use both plans, too. You won't see me complaining. He seems really excited for this. Well, how about you, Eustace? Your ideas have all the subtlety of a sledgehammer. You realize that this will put us in direct competition with Class 1, correct? We need to do something with a degree of class in order to take them on. Okay. I believe rear deck. It's even labeled, I didn't even notice that. Oh, Sarah and Toval.
Instructor Sarah? Toval? What are you guys doing out here?
Oh, just a little bracer-to-bracer information swapping.
That's about the long and short of it. Been a while since I saw you guys, though. Not since last month in Legram.
Yeah, always nice to see a friendly face, though.
Well, despite keeping in touch with him and setting up these arrangements, it came as a surprise to me to see him on board, too.
Clearly, it was meant to be. Honestly, I was only brought on because of my connection with Viscount Arcade.
This airship really is in a class all its own, though. It's not every day you see a ship owned by the Imperial family and captained by the Radiant Blade Master.
This cruiser has the potential to be an important force in Erebonia going forward. Without ties to the Imperial or Provincial armies, it can potentially keep both of them in check if need be. It might not be able to do that quite as well as a strong guild presence could, but it'll still help protect a lot of people.
That's true. It still frustrates me how the guild used to be an institution here, and now we're just barely keeping the lights on. At least the Crossbell branch sends its people over to help us out when we need a hand, though.
Wenzel's one thing, but we owe McLean so many favors, I've lost count.
McLean? Wait, are you talking about...
Oh, yeah, I guess you would have heard of him. He's an A-rank bracer over at the Crossbell branch. A guy we used to work with named Wenzel works there now, too. Wait, maybe we should back it up a bit.
The guy we're talking about is Arios McLean, aka the Divine Blade of Wind.
I remember him.
The name probably sounds familiar to you because he's also a practitioner of the 8 Leaves 1 Blade style.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. I've never met him myself, but I heard a lot about him from my master. He mastered the school's 2nd form. It sounds about as untouchable as anyone who holds the title of Divine Blade.
Well, he's pretty damn strong, I'll give you that. Bailed me out of more tough spots than I'd like to admit. Speaking of, you know who else is a student of the 8 Leaves School? Cassius Bright.
Oh, really?
We were talking about him before, remember? He's the bracer who took command during that big incident 2 years ago. Though from what I heard, he left the way of the sword behind a while back.
Yeah, because for some reason I remember him wielding a staff rather than a sword.
Cassius Bright was here in Erebonia. Wait, 2 years ago.
It was an eventful time, to put it lightly. And yeah, we have Cassius to thank for getting us past that. But afterward, well, you know the story from there. They shuttered guild branches all across the Empire, one after the other, and your dear, sweet instructor was out of a job.
I'd be glad to give you all the grisly details, but it's a long story. We should probably save it for another time. But hey, The guild seems to have a good track record with folks from the 8 Leaves School. Maybe you should consider a career as a bracer. Door's always open, you know?
Me? A bracer? Huh. I never really thought about it before.
Hey, there's enough of us singing the Bracer Blues without you trying to recruit my students.
Never hurts to start them early. Seriously, though, we're always looking for more good people. If that's something you wanted to do, I wouldn't turn you down.
I'll give it some thought.
That's crazy. I never... You know, I could see Reem being a bracer if he really wanted to.
Attention all crew members and passengers. We will soon be entering Roer airspace. Please prepare for landing, and make sure you have all personal effects with you before disembarking.
Sounds like we're almost there. That was a shorter flight than I'd expected. Guess I'd better go round up the others and start getting ready.
Roer Airport's granted us permission to land.
Commence landing preparations, and keep the engine warm. We'll be taking off again right after our guests have disembarked.
Aye, aye, Captain. Preparing the Courageous to land.
Including today, you've got 3 days for this month's field study. Make them count, guys. And plan on it. We'll do the best we can. You guys be careful on orders, okay? Yeah, sounds like things can get dangerous there. Don't sweat it, we'll be fine. We ought to be alright if a certain someone can keep her mouth shut. Take care of Roer, everyone. Will do. When we get back, we'll be jumping straight into festival prep. Hope you're ready to discover the true terror of planning by committee. Oh, that's right. With everything that's happened so far today, I almost forgot about that. We'll have the songs and outfits finalized by the time we get back, and we should have the positions all figured out too. Let's try to save at least a bit of strength. It'd be a shame to come back too tired to outdo Class 1. Oh, I think I could find the energy. It's all the more reason for us to return safe and sound. Ah, the spirited joys of youth. I'm sure both your field study and the Academy Festival will prove valuable experiences for all of you. Work hard out there, guys, but not too hard, you hear? May the gods go with you. Take care. We will. The Courageous touched down at the massive Roer airport where we parted ways with the members of Group B. With us safely on the ground, it wasted no time taking to the skies again, ferrying the others west to Ordis. Roer was a maze in every direction, but Sharon guided us to Reinford's corporate headquarters without missing a step. This tunnel goes on forever. You know, the sound effects of these steps kind of don't mesh with the with the steps they're making. I feel like it just sounds wrong. Or, not wrong per se, but off. I can't help but recall trying to navigate Gorelia Fortress. I guess when you build with tons of iron and concrete, everything starts to look pretty similar. We're not far from the city center now. You might want to brace yourselves. Roer has an even weirder layout than the capital. Hey, that's my hometown you're talking about. But I can't deny it's true. Looks like we're finally out. Woo, look at this place. Reinford. Wow, the city extends above and below? Well, Roer grew up around steel fabrication and heavy industry. That's how it came to be known as the Empire's industrial metropolis. You were right. It is weird. It's got a population of around 200,000 people too. They're as big as the capital of a smaller country. I feel like the city's gotten even bigger since the last time I was here. The Rhineford corporate headquarters is on the upper level, right? That's right. If you'd like to visit, just head up that escalator.
Allow me to welcome you to Roer, home of the Rhineford Company. I sincerely hope that your field study here will be a fulfilling one.
I guess we'll see. Let's see. Wait, does this mean she'll fight with us? She's in our party. Oh, that is the case. I want to see how powerful she is, because we all know she's got skills somehow. Hold on a second. Let me see the stores here. We got the Baronia's General Goods, Roer Station, RF Store, the Vance's Diner, or Vance. Is the D silent? Alright, let me check the Orbital Store, because we all know I want to upgrade. We should start by going to the... you're gonna stop me. Okay, fine. Fine. We'll go up. Wow, a moving staircase. Even the... What did you say they're called again? Escalators? Right, the first one was built in Zeiss. After that, the technicians here decided, guess they just wanted to show off a little, huh? Like kids, I swear. Look at that. What is that? That's an awfully strange shape for a building. Wait, that's not even a building, is it? Nice catch, Reen. That's actually an orbital generator. But it's so big. Roer has so many factories and industrial facilities that the city uses an enormous amount of orbital energy. Having large generators that send energy where it's needed is more efficient than each factory producing its own energy. That's quite a setup. Technology's really come a long way in such a short time. Tell me about it, guys. Corporate headquarters. Whoa. I've seen the building in pictures. It's even more commanding in person. Guess you wouldn't expect any less from Rhineford's corporate headquarters. I couldn't believe my eyes the first time I saw it either. It's a big building, sure, though not as big as Orcus Tower and Crossbell. That's a 40-floor skyscraper, the tallest in the continent now, I think. Well, that's the tower we could see from Gorelia Fortress, right? Yeah, that's where they were holding the trade conference last month. No need to be so modest, Elisa. It's your family's digs. No one's gonna mind if you talk it up a bit. I'm not trying to. Well, shall we go inside? Yes, let's do so. It's just as fancy on the inside. Are these all-scale models of machines Rhineford makes? Yep, I'll tell you more about them later if you're interested. Lady Elisa. Hello, Dalton. It's good to see you again. Oh, the pleasure's all mine. It's been 6 months since you've been home. Sorry. I heard you were attending a military academy on the outskirts of the capital, but it looks like you finally decided to come back and visit the old homestead. Yeah, here I am. We'll be staying for the next 3 days. I see. That's wonderful news. Keep taking good care of her, Sharon. I certainly will. Wow, it's one thing to hear about it, but I know what you mean. kind of brings home the fact that she's a Rhineford. Let's just get going, okay? Allow me to show you to the chairman's office. We'll be going up to the 23rd floor. Gosh, this building has over 20 floors, man. Ah, that's a nice elevator. Fancy. Excuse me, Madam Chairman. I brought the ladies and gentlemen of Class 7. Bring them in. As you wish. Reen looks dumbfounded. Wow. You can tell the buck stops here. That's one hell of a view.
So it looks like the Courageous' inaugural flyover in Heimdall and Roer was a success. But don't release an official statement until tomorrow. Yes, that'll be fine. Yes, I'd like you to begin as soon as possible, and keep a careful eye out for any insider trading.
I like how she's doing all this and she's not looking at the monitor.
Hello, Irina Reinford speaking. Yes, I understand. Fast-track the construction on the special train if you can.
Some skill she got.
No, pay it no mind. I doubt Crossbell-related shares rising is indicative of a larger market trend. But sell them all early next month. Timing is key here.
Wow. She's like a commander issuing orders across multiple fronts. Yeah, it's impressive to see Toa do it, but Mrs. Reinford seems to have it down to a science.
She's a general on the battlefield of business.
Ah, right. We all have other matters we need to attend to, so I'll get right to the point. Here.
What?
Thank you.
Ah, our field study.
I've cleared my schedule to dine with you this evening, so anything you wish to discuss can wait until then. I'll leave the rest to you, Sharon.
As you wish, Madam Chairman. When do you expect to return this evening?
I'm planning on 7. Have our guests enjoy a night cruise, if you will.
That sounds splendid. I'll make the necessary arrangements.
What, a night cruise? What?
That's it? That's all you have to say? I don't care if you ignore me, that's nothing new, but my classmates are here and you're on our board of directors. Would it kill you to show at least a little interest?
Elisa.
Whoa, Elisa, it's okay. You don't need to get worked up for our sake.
Oh, I almost forgot to mention.
Huh?
If you want to return in one piece, I'd suggest you steer clear of the Provincial Army and the Railway Military Police. The same goes for the Marquis's mansion, though I can't imagine what business would take you there. Use common sense, and don't try to overstep your bounds. That'll be all.
Have a safe trip, Madam Chairman.
Wow, your mom's a real piece of work, Elisa.
The army only wishes it was that efficient.
She certainly has the mettle to head up an international company like this, to say the least.
See? You see why I didn't want to come back now? You can't tell me that gave you a great impression of her.
Well, I mean, she does head a huge corporation, so I mean, I can't blame her, but at the same time, it wouldn't be such a bad thing to just, you know, introduce yourself once more. Yeah, small talk, nothing too huge, you know?
I think you're being a little hard on her.
She was looking out for our safety, giving us that advice.
Just forget it. Getting all worked up and storming off in a huff is what she wants me to do, and I'm not going to give her the satisfaction.
Okay.
Even though it's kind of working.
We'll be back before sundown, Sharon. I'd like you to have the guest rooms and dinner preparations sorted by then. Oh, and see to our luggage, would you?
As you wish. Have a safe trip, everyone.
You know, I'm all in favor of jumping right into our field study tasks, but is it really okay to just dump all our luggage on Sharon? I was wondering the same thing. All our luggage together must have quite a heft. It's Sharon, she'll be fine. Honestly, can you imagine her breaking a sweat carrying suitcases? I can't. You got a point. She'll probably carry them all in one go. Well, looking after guests does seem to be her specialty. Exactly. Anyway, let's see what kinds of things we got lined up for us this trip. Alright. What do we have today? Mining a minor metal. Researcher Rado. I'm looking for a particularly rare sort of metal for my research, but I'm afraid I can't get it myself. If you're willing to help, I'll be in the western part of the upper level of the Roer Institute of Technology. Okay, can you hear me now? Chief Johan, I'd like a hand with an experiment that concerns your Arcus units. I'll be waiting for you inside the RF store and I'll tell you more when I see you. Johan. Spina Byroad Monster. Nordia Provincial Army. A powerful beast has appeared on the Spina Byroad. The Nordia Provincial Army hereby requests its extermination. Monster, Rocky Croaker? What? Location, Spina Byroad, take the left path outside the city and turn left. Oh, okay, double left. Once the monster is eliminated, please report to the soldiers in front of Marquis Wagner's residence. Study area is defined as large as a 200 cell. Oh my gosh. If it's Arj, then it's Celj. 200 Celj radius around Roer. Each student must record his or her activities daily to be remitted to the instructor upon request. Looks like she hit the sweet spot with the challenge factor. Kinda reminds me of Makias' dad. Bah, I can't really deny it. I bet she's so sure she's got us pegged. She probably thinks we won't be able to finish all of these. But just you watch, we'll finish up every last one before this evening. That'll show her. That's the spirit. Anyway, it's only 11:30 now, so we've got plenty of time before sundown. We've definitely got the hang of this whole field study thing by now, so let's show Roer some Class 7 spirit. Right. I think I'll probably start with Can You Hear Me Now? What the heck? Oh, that's the elevator. Before that, super save. Alright, let me change up my party for once. Okay, here's what I want to do. We're gonna take him out of the picture, put her in, yes. You stay center, you stay here. I'm putting you in now because I never used you in a what? What the heck? We have no connection whatsoever, so that's gonna change right now. Oh, we do have. I was about to say, what the heck? Why wouldn't we? I'll put you right here. And I think that should be good. If I were to move you, I'd put you right here. Actually, I'd put you in the front. Gunner. And we should be good. Oh, hold on. Oh, almost forgot. Almost forgot. Whoa. You and her. Alright. Now that we can get out of here, my goal... Oops. My goal is to go to the store, check out their upgrades so I can get everyone a good weapon. Better weapon, in fact. Hold on a second, where are we now? I believe it's downstairs.
These things sure are convenient.
I know, right? I could see them building some in Heimdall eventually.
I actually like this town. I actually like this city better. I do like Roer, and I forgot the name of the other area, but the capital. Those places were, like, they were huge in terms of landscape. Alright, what do we have here? Welcome to our store. Oh, Lady Elisa, what a pleasure. I was told that you might visit. If you need any help regarding your Arcus, by all means, let me know. Thanks. Probably won't even have to pay. Oh man, I'm sticking with her while we're here. Think you're famous enough to get this deal at every store? We're paying just like everyone else. Ah, come on. Oh, Fuji Ichimonji. Okay, we need this. We need... Oh my gosh, we're making magic happen, guys. Hold on, I'm buying some weapons. Oh, then there's a thingy here. Hold on a second. Do I need to modify anyone's thing slot? Let's see. Everyone's good. Good. Everyone open all the way? Yes. Alright. I'll also equip them with quartz later. Just not right now. Alright, there should be another store here. Journal of Goods right here. Baronia. Now, which area sells weapons? Oh, this is... okay. Prevents petrify. Green pendulum. That's pretty good too. Buy a kitty strap. Sure. I heard that's going to be useful later. Alright, I believe I saw a dude here. Ah, why can't I go through there? Johan. Hello there, Chief. Well, what do we have here? Lady Elisa and her classmates. Thank you for coming to speak with me. So that must mean that you're Chief Johan at your service. I'm part of the Rhineford Group's 4th Development Division. 4th Development Division? They're one of the group's major divisions specializing in orbital communications and battle ordnance. I think they even supervise the development of the orbital staff. Oh, really? Then that means the reports that I write. Oh, so you're Elliot, are you? I appreciate you always sending us such detailed reports. You're definitely one of our most helpful testers. I'm happy to hear it. Still, orbital communications and battle ordnance. Those two things sum Arcus up perfectly. Smart kid. Those Arcus ordnance of yours are one of our most important R&D projects right now. Now that you know we're focused on the Arcus, do you think you could help us out with a little investigation? What do you say? Of course. Sure, that could be interesting. Oh, you would? Thanks a lot. What is it you'd like us to help you with then? Well, as I wrote in the request I sent you, I'd like you to conduct an investigation on Arcus signal strength. I imagine you've all been making use of the wireless communications capabilities of your Arcus orbits, and I assume that you're aware of the fact that they use orbital waves to make that possible. Today, I'd like you to search for places where those orbital waves are weak. Where the orbital waves are weak, huh? Well, the highways are the first places that come to mind. So we're looking outside the city? No, I want you to conduct your investigation inside the city. Wireless orbital waves are not always the most stable things in the world. You may generally get a stronger signal inside town, but the strength still varies depending on where you are. Now that you mention it, yeah, there are some places where it's tough to get a call to go through. But how are we going to find them? Oh, I probably should have started by giving you this. Orbital wave detector. That's right. It does just what you'd think. Detects and provides information on the orbital waves wherever you use it. If you find an area where you think the signal will be reduced, try switching this on. Why don't you give it a try? Okay then. Green switch on the orbital wave detector. Now measuring. Analysis complete. Orbital wave intensity level 3. Some words came up. It said the signal strength in this area is 3, didn't it? You read that right. The number that appears tells you how strong the orbital wave signal is in that area. It's on a scale of 1 to 3, with 3 being the highest. So in other words, the signal strength here in this store is excellent. Any call you made would be crystal clear. What I wanted you to search for are areas where the orbital wave detector displays a result of 1. Sounds simple enough. Well, I understand what it is that you're asking us to do, but what sort of thing would weaken an area's signal? Well, there are 2 main causes. The first cause is the waves being physically obstructed, like by walls or ceilings, stuff like that. The second is interference from other kinds of orbital waves. What other kinds are there? Tons of devices other than the Arcus use orbital waves, think radios and other communication devices. Some orbits give off orbital waves too, but really just a negligible amount. Sometimes when you get multiple kinds of waves in an area, they interfere with one another, meaning neither works properly. It's not my first time hearing about it either. Sounds like it could be a real problem. It certainly is. It's probably the biggest drawback to wireless communication technology. That said, orbital waves are pretty strong outdoors, so you generally don't have to worry about it unless you're inside. I see. Well, it'll narrow down our investigation if we stay indoors. In general, yes, you may find a few areas with a weak signal strength outside, but they're much more common indoors. For the purposes of our research, we'll need you to find at least 3 different problem areas. If you can find more than that, we'd be thrilled, but that's up to you and how much time you have. Well, I think that's pretty much it. Any further questions? No, I think that's everything we need to get started. Thank you for breaking everything down for us. We'll get started right away, Chief. Thanks, kids. The orbital wave detector can be used by selecting it in the camp menu's item list. When you find an area that seems like it may have a weak signal strength, try using it straight from there. Got you. Okay. Alright guys, if anything else, this seems like a good stopping point for now. I'm going to end the video here for today. Thank you all for watching. When we come back, we're going to continue on, finish these 3 tasks we got, and as usual, continue onwards with the main story. So until then, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.